Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Carol here at Oak House Journals. I'm going to do week 27 of the Stitched Circle Show Challenge being hosted by Lisbeth Degn. There's a link in the description box below this video to her channel if the whole challenge is new to you. So the Dogma rules for this week are very short and sweet. The first one is to choose a piece of fabric in a colour of your choice. So I've gone here with an off-white piece of vintage French linen fabric, and we are to draw a circle onto the fabric. So as usual, I've gone with my translucent paste pot, as you can see here, and a Frixion marker pen, and I've used the pot as a template and the Frixion marker pen to draw a circle on my piece. It's a bit raggedy, but as you know, Frixion marker pens iron away with a bit of heat, so they soon disappear. Here you can see I've marked some gradients on my outer circle to help me with my stitching. The stitch that we're supposed to use this week, so this is the second Dogma rule, is a fly stitch, and we can use any number and any size of fly stitches on our piece provided they are within the circle. And the third Dogma rule is the thread colour, and that is to be off-white or cream, and there are to be two different thicknesses of thread. So I'm just showing you here that I'm going to use this 01 DMC stranded cotton or floss, and I'm going to do various thicknesses of that thread. So here you can see I've started my stitches. I've used 3 strands of that stranded cotton, and I've also drawn an inner circle to help me get my stitches pretty regular. And this is what it looks like with that outside circle all stitched. So then I go in with just one single strand of DMC thread and do some fly stitches in between the 3 stranded cotton fly stitches. So I've added these over the top. I've done a second circle here, and again marked a gradient and an inner circle to help me as a guideline with my stitches. I've gone in again with 3 strands of the same white DMC stranded floss, and here you can see I've done about 2/3 of that inner circle, and this is what it looks like when it's all finished. And as you can see, I decided I'll go in and do yet a 3rd circle of the same 3 strand DMC thread. And this is what it looks like now that it's all finished and all 3 circles have been done. And once it's ironed and the Frixion marker pen outlines have been erased by the heat of my iron, this is what my finished piece looks like. So just a few close-up photos here to show you what the finished piece looks like this week. I only did the single strand of fly stitching on the outside circle, and there we go. You can see it in more detail there. I also have a bonus piece this week. One of the earlier weeks was that we had to use straight stitch for our stitching. I can't remember which week it was, but this is one of my off-pieced pieces that I do on home rusted fabric. As you can see, I've marked out a circle onto a piece of roughly torn cardboard. I've added a twig from the garden that had some lovely moss on it, and I did some straight stitching and entrapped the twig in the middle of my stitching, as you can see in more detail there. It's on the home rusted fabric, as you can see. That's my background fabric, and just to outline it all, I did some split back stitch on both the rough torn thick brown cardboard and also on my home rusted fabric. And yeah, that's about it really for this one. You can see some lovely definition to the home rusted fabric just in the background there, and it's picking up some of the same coppery tones in the thread that I'm using, which is a DMC stranded cotton, which is all I have to hand at the moment because all my supplies are packed up, but I always have my DMC stranded cottons hanging around for use. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my official Dogma piece for week 27, and I hope you join me next week to see what Lisbeth has in mind for us for week 28. Until then, bye bye from me.